Happy Monday, Luminaires! My name is Jamie Butler, and I'm at the Center for Love and Light in Atlanta, Georgia. And I thought I would take a little bit of time and talk to you how to get the best reading ever. Whether you're sitting with a psychic, a medium like myself, or an intuitive, how can you show up in the best way to get the most out of it? Okay, so I took down some notes and came up with the top 5. So, number 1. Do you feel comfortable with the reader? You need to know that. So if you don't know them and they've been referred, ask about their personality. Make sure that they're going to line up with your energy. If not, it's like trying to have a conversation with somebody else in a different car going in a different direction. It's just not going to line up right. Number 2, if the reader does not specifically say that they are telepathic, please don't treat them like they are. For myself, I'm not very telepathic. Readers are different, totally different. We're all different. So ask them how they work. How do you perceive the information from the energy? How do you communicate with the spirits? And use the reader's strength and align your questions and your direction to meet the reader's strengths. You'll get a lot more out of the session. Since telepathy is often confused with being psychic or medium or intuitive, please be brave enough to ask questions. Remember, the quality of your question equals the quality of your answer. That's a little phrase from my guide Maitland, who's 9 years old, and she constantly reminds me of that. If you're asking a very loose question like, "Hey Mom, how you doing?" she has the right to answer, "Fine, great, okay," but I'm sure you wanted to know a little bit more. So a greater question could be, or a better quality question could be, "Hey Mom, what have you learned from where you are now?" All of a sudden, your mom's describing to you what she has learned and where she is. And from that, you discover how she's doing. 3, I've seen many people leave a session upset that they didn't hear the certain word, phrase, or sign, or whatever that they were looking for from their spirits. So as a reader, I want to share with you that we can't make the spirits perform. My friend Eric Meadows used to tell me all the time, "I'm not a performing monkey." And I know you're not, but there's a lot of times we feel like we need to hear that thing for us to move on, which might not be an absolute truth. These sessions, they're not parlor tricks, they're not games. They're conversations with the people that we love. Number 4, remember that you're in control of the conversation. If you feel you need to check out because you don't like the way that it's going, then tell the reader, "Hey, time out. I'd like to stop here. I don't like the direction this is going," or "I don't understand why." But if you stay silent and wait until the end of the conversation or the end of the session, then the reader is not going to be able to identify that they were going into a direction that you weren't interested in. Because it's a conversation, because we're collecting information and messages from spirits, often they have an agenda and they want to tell you something that might not be what you want to hear. So my advice is let the reader get through the message, let them give you the information, acknowledge it, and then change the direction of the conversation. Say, "Okay, great, now I would like to speak to my father. I would like to ask him this." And again, the quality of your question equals the quality of your answer, because this isn't a test in our telepathic skills, it's you seeking information from them. Number 5, take everything that you hear in your session like friendly advice and write it down, record it. Look at it at a later date when you have more time to think about it, to feel about it, to process it, and take your notes on top of them. That way you kind of have a full 360 viewpoint from the spirits, from the reader, and from you, all in the same location. Often spirits don't understand time. It's not linear like we want it to be. They're giving us messages that we might not get in this moment, but 1 week later, 6 weeks later, a year later, right on track. All right, guys, I hope that helped you when you are looking for a reader and looking about how to have the best experience within your session. Have a great Monday, Luminaires. Bye!